currently have my
Oh,
boss.
all
Oh,
right. There we go. Studio in the sky. See how easy this is. Tori Zaliski. Is that right? Zaliski?
Zaleski.
Zaleski. Look at that. I got my Jedi mind tricked myself with Zelensky from Tommy Boy, and it's Zaleski. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. I do apologize for that meeting you, of course, for the first time. We're going to talk about Route 66 night in Joliet, Illinois with the Slammers. And first of all, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Now, first of all, people might not know about in my neck of the woods, it was called Northern League Baseball. And back in the day, Joliet was known as the Jackhammers. Of
Yeah.
course, they got bought out by, I believe, your organization, the Slammers, after they did some whatever. And you joined the Frontier League, if my memory serves me correctly. So get me up to speed on who the Slammers are and what league they're in and that kind of thing.
Yeah, of course. We became the Slammers in 2011. We made our debut, I want to say on May 11th of 2011, a lot of ones.
Hmm.
Um, This we got our name from the old Joliet prison, kind of as that nod back to baseball and the Joliet community, which was a fun tie-in that we get to play with, and maybe we'll even talk about a little bit more.
Is
Um,
that really where the name came from? Is
yes,
from the quote unquote the slammer known as the
yes,
prison?
yes. The Joliet Slammers is named after the old Joliet prison. So a
Great play
fun,
on words, of course, with grand slams and slam the ball
yeah.
and yeah, works. I honestly I did not know that, and I know that there's a big special event where either you're planning on playing at the big yard or whatever the
Yes.
prison game, and we'll get into that too. But anyways, continue on with the history of the team and up to speed and everything.
Yeah, so we did join the Frontier League. We are still a part of that league. The league itself has expanded tremendously over the last few years. Last year, we just added in two new teams. So that has been fun. And then this year, we even expanded our season an extra week to accommodate the two extra teams. Um, the Slammers here, we came into new ownership in 2024 with Mike Veck and Bill Murray. So we kind of have a lot of fun names from baseball and comedy joining that joined our team. So we have a lot of kind of new things that we're trying to incorporate, and we're just trying to build the Slammers brand a little bit more to so that it's a little more not just Joliet based or in Illinois based, but a little more further out of the state itself.
Bill Murray, of course, the legendary actor, comedian. That's who we're talking about, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Does he ever go to any games at all?
Yeah, he has been to a few over the last 2 years since they took over ownership. He's a busy man and has a busy schedule,
Hmm.
so we never know when he's coming. Most sometimes it's just a pop in, or sometimes we know like the day of that he's coming.
He's very well known for his love of baseball. He would be at
Hmm.
Chicago Cubs games all the time. So it didn't surprise me when you said Bill Murray's ownership, especially with some of these. I know they're not called minor league teams. And again, like I say, we always call them Northern League teams where we're from,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
I forget what the actual classification is. I guess what is the politically correct classification of a frontier league? Do you
Yeah, so
know? Go ahead.
we're considered a partner league to the minor league affiliate of Major League Baseball. So we are at the end of the day, we're just considered a partner league.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
our players can still kind of filter in and out of the majors. It really just kind of depends. Majors, minors, we pull from everywhere. They even pull them back up. So it,
Well, and that's the thing that I really enjoy about this is that, whether it's a Northern League or whether it's Frontier League or it's the minor leagues or partner leagues, it's still competitive baseball and you
yeah.
still have people that are actually trying. they're realistically trying to better their lives. So they go out and they give it their all. But what you offer, and again, it doesn't surprise me that Bill Murray's involved with this, because what I'm accustomed to is the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks. And
Okay.
they're okay, so we're talking very affordable tickets. We're
Mhm.
talking very, very affordable hot dogs at the concession stand. We're talking not family friendly, kid family friendly. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it's like family friendly doesn't even begin to. At the FM Redhawks, for example, they had a playground, with nets around it and that sort of thing, so no foul balls. That was more popular sometimes in the game itself, but there was enough stations and areas for families to redirect the children's energy to where they still were able to enjoy the ball game. So, Route 66 night we do want to get to, but set that table a little bit about, because I think you're going to see a lot of people spilling over from driving the Route 66 throughout the entire season, because they're anticipating that road is going to be very well driven this year. And
Yeah.
first of all, how far away is the stadium from Route 66?
I would say we're about, I actually drive it a few times a week when I head to the gym, but we're actually about like 5, 6 minutes off, I would say.
Okay,
It really
easy
depends
in and
on,
out. Okay.
yeah.
And what? How about ticket prices? How about the families that are maybe going on a Sunday road trip type of a thing? They can go on and get a ticket and know that they're not going to break the bank if they go to a game like this, and really enjoy the afternoon. Because like I said, I'm very familiar with partner league or Northern League baseball, and it doesn't even matter who wins or loses the game. It's just a fun afternoon.
Yeah. Of course we always want the Slammers to win, but you're right. I mean,
Sure.
we want it to be a fun afternoon. We want families, friends, kids all to enjoy in different ways. So we do try to cater our not only our tickets, but like our theme nights or anything that relates to that into our families. Our tickets start as low as $7 for the lawn, and then obviously they move up based on like the spacing you're staying in, whether it's an actual seat in the bowl, which can vary. It's more from like 15 to 19, I want to say. And then we also have suites. We have different party options as well, from our picnics and then our rooftops. So we have just a lot of different areas that we can fill, and a lot of different areas that cater to different groups, whether it's a family or a company.
How about the concessions and the food and that kind of thing? Is that maintained a pretty um, family friendly price, or has it gotten in the way of Las Vegas and you've got to spend $19 for a water?
And no, we have kept it a family friendly price. Obviously, they have grown over the years because of, I mean, we all know how inflation's working right now with that, but we keep them at a pretty family friendly rate.
How about the other thing I wanted to ask was the all-inclusive packages I'm starting to see more and more ball clubs do. Up in my neck of the woods, the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Twins, I think the Twins did this year, where the concessions are now included with the ticket price, and in some of them it's like all you can eat and things like that. And I guess I mean, do you guys do anything like that? I know you have suites and that kind of thing, and of course food is usually involved with the suites, but do you do the inclusiveness?
Yeah, we actually started doing an all-inclusive package last year.
Okay.
This year we actually just got the pricing back, but we are gonna do it. It's gonna be an additional like price add-on to your ticket. For us specifically, the way we do it is you can grab one hot food and one drink at a time. And it's limited towards the Slammers concession stand specifically, because we do have outside vendors that do some of the other, or hold some of the other concession stands, excuse me. Um, so we kind of just it's a little bit narrowed down, but it's open all the way up and through the seventh inning. Um,
That's great. Hot dogs, burgers, soda,
yeah,
that kind of
hot
stuff.
dogs, burgers, draft beer, soda, nachos.
Oh, beer.
I
Boy,
want
that's
to
gonna
say
catch people.
pretzels as well.
Okay.
But yeah.
So what's Route 66 night? What's how do you know anything about that?
Yeah, we're kind of working on building that night out right now as we speak. But we're taking obviously it's route or this year it's Route 66 Centennial, and with that we wanted to continue our what we're doing with the Centennial um week prior to actually, but we're taking that and we're trying to we're gonna work to celebrate that night specifically as Route 66 and celebrating the history of what's going of that road and how it takes I've quite a few years ago at one point we were called Route 66 Stadium. So it's fun to kind of like bring that tie in. I know for me specifically, I also work on our merch side. I'm bringing in something that or a piece into our store that kind of brings in the Route 66 tie. And then we'll be bringing in pieces from our Route 66 Centennial game from the week prior.
Okay. And so there's more details coming on what all entails on that. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, but in Springfield, Missouri, one state over,
Yeah.
on April 30th, they're doing a kickoff for Route 66. So they're doing
Yes.
the official, unofficial starter pistol. Okay, even though it's November 11th, but May
Yeah.
30th, it kind of. Anyway, John Goodman. Now, do you know who John Goodman is?
Heard of him,
Okay,
yes.
so he's a very famous actor. He's in Roseanne. He's in
Hmm.
one of my favorite movies, The Big Lebowski,
Yeah.
and he's also in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, as the Cyclops. So John Goodman is not only has a cult following, but he also has a mainstream following. He's the master of ceremonies for Route 66 kickoff in Springfield, Missouri on April 30th. Now,
Oh,
given
okay.
your ties to Bill Murray, I think you could probably nudge him and prod him and maybe even slammer him a little bit and see if he can't, cough up maybe his brother or, his brother is famous from Wayne's World and Vacation and a
Yeah.
number of different movies. But anyway, Bill Murray, I know he comes and goes as he pleases. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I've heard some wonderful stories about how he'll just show up to college kids' house parties just randomly and they'll just leave like because he just
Yeah.
he's a spice of life kind of guy. But anyway, for Route 66 night, I'm just saying you can maybe parlay John Goodman and see if there's anybody who wants to come out of the woodwork. Because isn't the Blues Brothers associated with Joliet?
Yes. They also filmed at the old Joliet prison.
So
So
yeah,
it
what's
has
the
that
prison all
tie with
about?
that.
So what's the prison game, and are you doing one at the game, and what's that all about with the prison?
Yeah. So um similar to Springfield, Joliet is one of the kickoff points for Route 66 and the Centennial celebration. So there not only is going to be a lot of events happening throughout the year, like in Joliet, but we are hosting, us and the prison collectively are hosting what we are calling the Big House Ball Game on April 30th. Um,
Oh, you're
as a
kidding
way
me.
yeah, I mean, no, I'm not kidding you. I wish
Well, bury the lead here, Tori. My
yeah.
goodness. Okay.
Well, I thought that was part of this. But yeah, no,
I
we
didn't write that down in my notes well enough here. Okay. So
are
go ahead.
all
Sorry.
good. You're good. But we are having the Route 60s. We're doing that as the way to celebrate the Route 66 kickoff here in Joliet. So that will be Joliet's kind of part of Joliet's contribution to our kickoff celebration. So it's been fun kind of tying it in with the prison, Route 66, and the Slammers bringing baseball back into the prison for the first time in since they closed in 2002. So
So is this prison game part of the regular season, or is it a special game, or is it
it isn't,
preseason?
yeah, it's an exhibition game.
Okay, that's what I thought because the
Yeah.
preseason starts in May, or the season starts in May, right?
Yes. So the prison game will be on April 30th. Our first official home game is May 8th. And then on May 9th, we're celebrating Route 66 night.
That's what okay, that's where I got my wires crossed here because I had May 9th written down for Route 66 night, but then when you mentioned that
Yes.
you're doing something on April 30th, well, that would make more sense to be Route 66 night, but no, that's part of the Centennial celebration, which
Yes.
I call that the Ryan Seacrest, Dick Clark New Year's Ball, where they're getting all the satellite
Yeah.
cities lined up to try to do, their let's go drop the Route 66 ball at midnight together type thing.
Yeah.
And so what is it you guys are planning? Is it the kind of the exhibition game at the the big house, what's it called? The prison yard? Is that what it's called?
So we're calling the game specifically the Big House Ball Game.
Big house ball game. Okay.
Yes.
With the slammers.
Yes.
All right. um, is there any sponsors that are going to be stepping up or anybody you want to mention or any merchandise, whether it's a Route 66 jersey or giveaway or anything like that that you guys are doing?
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
what's happening for that?
Yeah, so some of it isn't fully announced, so I'm not going to be able to give you full details just yet. But we went on sale last Wednesday, and that's been going on over the last week and has been trending pretty well. Um, for this game specifically, there are going to be a lot of ties that kind of bring us back to what a game was at the prison. We're gonna run it, of course, run the game like we're here at Slammer Stadium with a little bit of a twist, of course. But there'll be food trucks there. We'll have some sponsors there or city people or different city groups there kind of like promoting their teams and their companies. Before the event, before the game officially starts, we'll have live performance, two blues live performances. And then we'll
Are
close the
they
night. Huh?
what was the name of that band?
It'll be two different performances. One is Cheryl Youngblood, who is local to Joliet.
Okay.
Um, and then I am Billy Branch is the other one.
Okay.
And then after the game ends, we'll close out with another concert. Right now, we're still working on the details for that. But there'll be a lot of live performances, food trucks, of course, beer, and
Boy, this is quite the hoot nanny. It's really
yes.
turning
So
into
we're
here.
making it
Yeah.
a big, like a big event, like a big celebration
So
as
what time does things get underway for this? Because I mean, if we're talking about a couple opening acts, and then we've got also another band to announce, and a ball game, and some
yeah,
food trucks, and are
yeah.
is there an outfield, or are people going to bring their cars in and shine the lights on like the old days?
Unfortunately, not. No cars will be in on that.
Okay, all right.
But we are opening the gates at 12 for this event. And
12
then
noon. Okay.
yes, noon. So we're gonna open at noon. We will performances will start around 1, and then our official game start is at 3:05. So the first pitch will kick off around 3:05, but we'll start game programming around 2:15-ish. So performances will lead into the game.
And then music after the game, or is the game that's it?
Music after the game. The gates will officially close at 8.
Okay. Oh, they close at 8.
Yes.
God, I'm loving this. Okay, so I'm old now, so I interviewed somebody else from Oklahoma, and they said the same thing. They got like 5, 6 bands going, and in my
Yeah.
mind, there was a time when yes, I would have gone to a music festival and stayed up till the moon is up and the sun is down. Now, no way. I see closes at 8 o'clock. That's my speed. That's right. I'm home by 8 o'clock. I'm okay with that. I'm old now. Okay, so April 30th, the Big House Ball Game opens at noon. We've got bands starting around 1 o'clock, so you give you an hour to social time and get your bearings together for the day that's going to come here. Because if people are going to spend 8 hours, which they could easily do for something like this,
Yeah.
um, now is there any sort of simulcast or any sort of we're going to put up on the big screen what's happening in Springfield? Is that anything that's going to happen?
We won't be showing what's happening in other cities for this event. There will be, obviously we want to get in as many people as we can into the stadium, but we will have the game streamed on for our general admission. We will have a on the where the stage area is at, we'll have the game being streamed on there. Um just because obviously as much as we wish we could fit everyone around the field, um a little tight in a space that we're working with, but we are selling general admission tickets where people can watch our stream still while in the prison, just where the stage will be at.
Do people get tours of the prison? Is that a thing?
Yes, their tour season
Okay.
actually just kicked off, I want to say a week or two ago.
Tour season. There's a whole okay,
Yeah,
so this is like Alcatraz here. I
yeah.
mean,
So
there's
they
a
have to
there's a tour
obviously
guide and everything.
close.
Okay.
Yeah, so they do. They have their I believe you can also do a self-guided tour as well. But they do have tours open and available, and they will have a few of the buildings open for people to kind of see as well on that day.
Tori, you just gave my mind grapes an idea here. Route 66 prisons. Okay. I mean, I have not heard that slice yet. I've heard,
Yeah.
well, the thing with this Route 66, it's turning 100 years old, and
Yeah.
um, it's remarkable how many ways this connects with people.
Hmm.
And for me, it was the research that allowed an appreciation like I've never had for something. But when you understand where, like the example I give is motels. Like motels
Yeah.
were not a thing before Route 66; they were hotels. So
Hmm.
motels not only changed the whole design and infrastructure of a city and an industry, but it changed a word. And
Yeah.
I'm a writer, a wordsmith, an editor at the core, and so that stuff is remarkable to me. That these types of gas stations were not a thing before Route 66 because you'd go to the hardware store to get your gas. Think about that. You'd go to
That's
Home
great.
Depot to get your gas, in in like buckets and things like that. And so that's where my appreciation came. Well, then all of a sudden, people came out of the woodwork where uh, they met on there and road trips. And one gentleman I talked to, he's going along and doing all the all the sports stadiums along the whole route.
Wow.
Another person is doing a devotion for every mile along the route, and he's a pastor. And so, and then in Kansas, which only has 13 miles of Route 66,
Mhm.
they actually have a group devoted to Kansas parrot heads for Route 66. That's
Oh.
Jimmy Buffett fans
Yeah,
specifically for Route 66 in Kansas, just
that
to
is
give you an
super.
idea how specific things get. So,
Yeah, that is crazy.
but I have not seen a Route 66 prisons. I have not seen that. So I'm gonna actually explore that a little bit and
Yeah.
add that to the archives and that sort of thing. Well, let's see. As I look at my notes here, as we kind of wrap up, as I look at the clock, and okay, so the schedule. Oh, I did want to mention a few other games because AAA has put out a study that they believe 41% of adults will be taking in a portion of Route 66 this summer.
Oh, wow.
And even if that is BS and it's only half of that,
Mhm.
20% of adults taking in one road is remarkable. And
Yeah.
so point is that Route 66 is going to be very busy. And throughout the year, you've got some pretty cool events that I kind of looked at. Dog Day. I got to ask you, is that for hot dogs or bring your dog there? NASCAR night. That one is very colorful. I'm a cancer survivor, and I saw there was a throw cancer or something or another night. So I just wrote down throw cancer. Highlight some of the different nights and some of the games that would really stand out because people are going to be driving the Route 66 all summer long.
Yeah, of course. We, like you said, we have a wide variety of theme nights to kind of do just that, is catch people's attentions. Like you said, brought up NASCAR being one of them. This is the first NASCAR is coming back to Joliet this year on the 4th of July. And we thought it would be a great way to kind of honor that here in Joliet before that game or before that event specifically happens. And so we are gonna see what we can do to bring the racers here to the ballpark and kind of give fans the chance to bring two sports together, racing and baseball, both two very big histories in Joliet. So we're bringing that one in. We have fun nights like Ghostbusters night. Every year we transition our name to the Slimers, um, kind of to play on what you see happening in Ghostbusters. So we're gonna have that night. Different specialty jerseys on some of the nights. Those are to come soon, and same with some giveaways coming out soon. Catch them in April. Um, but we just have a lot of fun different nights that we get to play with. Military appreciation, honoring the Negro Leagues in June is a big one we're excited about this year. Even towards the back end of our schedule, we have another mystery promo night going out. So we're excited for that one to finally get to release that one instead of hiding it in. But there's just a lot of fun nights for families, friends, like you said, cancer survivors, kids, military groups, first responders. We have a lot of different um things that we've been able different theme nights we've been able to explore with and build for everyone.
Now, right now, I'm looking at April 30th as when I'm going to be, I believe, in Joliet, April 30th and May 1st, around that time. And I'm looking at your schedule right now. Christmas in Margaritaville on July 11th. Look at that. You even have your own Parrot Head event happening.
Yes.
My goodness. Okay. I'm looking at some of these other ones here. And um, Dog Day. You got 2 dog days. Now, is
Yeah.
that for hot dogs or is that for people bringing their dogs? What's that?
Yeah, no, dog days a chance for you to bring your dog out to the ballpark and have them come experience a game with you.
How does that work, by the way? Because, if you ever notice, parades don't allow dog. I'm a huge dog person. I travel with my
Okay.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I literally go to restaurants and hotels because of dogs, like if
Yeah.
they allow them or not. But um, introducing a lot of different dogs and personalities can sometimes be a little bit adventurous
Of
for
course.
organizations, and that's why a lot of parades they're outdoor parades, and they just nope. No,
Yeah.
absolutely zero dog tolerance policies and that. So when I saw dog night, I went, "Oh wow, that's amazing to bring your dog night." So talk about that a little bit, with the
Yeah.
caveat that we have responsible dog owners who can understand and be intuitive to their dog's personalities. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, of course. So for dog day, we invite anyone to bring their dog obviously in with them to the ballpark. Most other nights it's obviously kind of more sheltered to service dogs
Yeah.
in that case, but for this night, these 2 nights specifically, we allow all families to bring in their dog. You would just need a ticket to obviously the game, but it just wouldn't be able to be like our suite areas, or it would have to be like in the main concourse area to where then there's grass areas and obviously picking up after themselves. But don't worry, your dog doesn't need a ticket, so that's good. But yeah, we just like to have those nights where you can bring your best friend with you.
Hmm.
A dog, what better way to come to a baseball game than bring your dog?
Oh, I love it, especially when you've got like the lawn as a place where you can go, and then other areas where you can walk around and stretch legs and that sort of
Yeah.
things. Well, anyways, that was one that caught my eye a little bit, and
Mm.
that. But anyways, we kind of wrap up here. I have April 30th written down for the Big House ball game kickoff, noon to 8 o'clock, but the game's at 3:05. And then there's
Yes.
a Route 66 night as well coming up in May. And how can people get tickets and more information if they want to take a look at it?
Yeah, of course. All of our ticketing is on our website. So if you go to jolietslammers.com, head over to the ticketing tab and it will send you right to our ticketing platform. And then if you have any questions or any concerns, please feel free to call us on our main line at 815 wait, sorry, I'm blanking on it. 815. Wow, my brain is um sorry. I'm having
It's all right. Are you giving us the ticket number? Is that what you're doing right now? Is the box office numbers as they used to call it?
Yes.
That's what we're looking for here. Yeah, does anybody even call it anymore? I know
They
your
do.
generation doesn't do that and everything, but
Yeah, we still do get calls there
okay.
often, truthfully. But the number is 815-722-2287.
2287. We'll have the links and everything. This is another place where our communication becomes so sporadic that you don't know who's doing what and everything. Like I have not been on Facebook since 2016. Okay.
Yeah.
Yet everybody's on Facebook.
Mhm.
And I have my uh, company here, we're on Facebook. I'm not, but our
Yeah.
company is. I did look that you guys have like 25, 30,000 followers on Facebook.
Yes.
But like I say, there's so many different with LinkedIn and Twitter X and Facebook and Snapchat is still around. I saw, and for me, I went off social media in 2016, but I was a father, so I didn't. I basically stopped putting pictures of my kids on. My kid,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a whole privacy thing, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do that, and so
Yeah.
any rate, I saw you're on social media.
Yes.
Um, Talk to me about that a little bit because that's another area where, much like phone numbers, there's a big portion of the population that uses it and a big portion that doesn't using it. So you have to stay in front of people in all these different ways. And you guys do a good job on Facebook. I saw.
Yeah, thank you. We a lot of our outreach, a lot of our promoting of anything that we have going on, all of it, we put it on the three main platforms, so Facebook, Instagram, and X, or to most people still Twitter. But we put all of our stuff on those platforms. So if you're ever looking for any information on theme nights or ticket packages or looking for the links to our ticketing website, it is on they're all on there as well. But we use that as our main source of like reaching out to fans other than um radios or other digital like ads that we put out, but a lot of it is through Facebook and Instagram
Hmm.
specifically.
Well, a lot of people used Facebook as their website. They
Mhm.
don't even have a website, and so they just use social media a lot of different times too. And so, um, phone number 815-722-2287, or you can catch them on Twitter X or Instagram, Facebook as well. Of course, the website, I even have that pulled up here. Hang on, I'm going to find it. JolietSlammers.com, and you can find all that different information. That's really where we want people to go, anyways. Just go to
Yeah.
that website and you can go to the promotional schedules and you can get the tickets on there. You can email all kinds of things. Tori Zaleski, right? Zaleski.
Yeah, Zaleski. Yep.
Tori Zaleski. Look at that. The memory does still work a little bit. Not as well as it used to, but it still works. So, well, I appreciate this. And if you get more information as you get closer to the big game and Route 66 night, just let us know and we'll make sure we get it out, okay?
Yeah, of course.
You bet. Well, thank you much. And you have yourself a wonderful day.
Thanks, you as well.